Across the Metro Detroit area, over 343 charities and counting are supported on the Share Detroit platform. And joining us now on the program is one of those charities, Auntie Ashley Mattison and Nef Walker. Join us. They're the co-founders of the Auntie and Nef Foundation with us on today's edition of the Megacast. Thank you both for being with us today.
Hi,
Good
thank
morning,
you.
Tyler. How are you?
Doing great. How are both of you today?
We're doing
Pretty
well.
good.
Yeah, glad to have you both on to talk about the Auntie and Nef Foundation. Just to start off, tell us a little bit about the background of the foundation as well as some of the resources and or services that you provide.
So we'd like to thank you all for firstly having us on the show today. Greatly appreciate that. A little bit about us. My name is Neferkare, and this is Ashley, and we're the
Hello.
founders of the Auntie and Nef Foundation. A little bit of background about Ashley and I. We actually met in flight attendant initial training, and we began a friendship, and we soon learned that we both shared the same mutual passion for caring for youth and homeless in our community.
And so more information can be found on auntieneffoundation.com or by going to sharedetroit.org. Let's continue on. If you can just explain too some of those resources that are provided and go and elaborate a little bit more into that and how people can get access to them if they're in need of some of these services that you may provide in our local area.
Of course. So currently, we provide resources such as educational tools. We have food pantries, clothing banks, and hygiene awareness. If you like to take advantage of some of those resources, you can visit us on our website, as you mentioned, itnffoundation.com. You can go on our homepage, you can go on our event or donor page, and just check us out. We're looking forward to incorporating more resources. So we do fundraising. So some of the fundraisers we've included have been game nights. We've done Qdoba. We've done Buffalo Wild Wings. Currently, we're doing a Double Good Popcorn fundraiser. You can find the link for that. It ends today at 5. You can find that link on our website or our social media, on our Instagram handle or our Facebook, and help garnish those funds so we can continue to provide these resources for the homeless youth in our communities.
And so, where did this all begin? This effort to create this foundation, this nonprofit, and support those in our local area that may be in underprivileged or homeless situations. Why this issue for the both of you?
So, like Neff mentioned, we met each other in flight attendant training school, and she's a mother of one, my precious Nala, and I'm a youth cheer and football coach. So, we saw the disconnect with the peers or the people that are able to provide access to these resources. And we were like, well, there's so many talented, underprivileged youth or homeless youth who do not have the access or the tools to do the same things that children that are in our lives are able to do. So we saw a void, and our main goal was to fill it. We wanted to get the funding, make sure they're able to learn and grow, and that they're stimulated in other ways than toxic situations that could be occurring at home.
And so you founded this organization. You both co-founded this organization in 2022. Now being in 2023, a little bit over a year, let's say, and over the course of that time, just how much of an impact have you seen you've been able to make just so far in this effort?
So far, we've touched over 500 families.
Oh,
We've
wow.
been able to provide all sorts of resources. We've done different drives where we've been able to supply school supplies, turkeys, winter warm items. So we've done a lot in the community. I would think just thus far.
And so, what communities are you serving? Or who are these services available to in Detroit and the metro area?
So we service all of the Metro Detroit area with a focus on Wayne County, but we do venture off to all the counties around. So we've done, like she was explaining about our drives, we've done partnerships with companies in River Rouge, Livonia, downtown Detroit, Southwest Detroit. So as many families that we can impact in a positive manner, we want to reach them.
You can find more.
So we're
Oh,
really
please.
open to everyone.
You You can find more information on the Auntie and Nef Foundation, a 501c3 nonprofit, in a couple of different places. Go to sharedetroit.org, where you'll find information on their organization and 342 other charities and nonprofits right here in Detroit and the metro area. Or you can go directly to their website at auntie-and-nef-foundation.com. auntie-and-nef-foundation.com, the place to go for all that, including their upcoming events. You mentioned one that ends today, the Double Good Popcorn Fundraiser is ongoing, that virtual popcorn fundraiser. You also will have another one, the Qdoba fundraiser. It's going on April 18th. Tell us about these and how these fundraisers ultimately go to support some of these programs, and just how far those donations and those funds being raised can actually go in our local area.
So we're so excited that you asked us about that, because we have family and friends who support us wholeheartedly all of the time, but we don't want to continue to ask them for funding over and over and over again, because you stretch them so thin. So we do fundraising. So like the Double Good Popcorn fundraiser, 50% of the proceeds go back to our foundation. Then we're able to so we have a big block party that we're having coming up. So our first inaugural back to school drive was at Gabriel Richard Park, and it was amazing. When we had a DJ, we had big games, we barbecue, we had hairstylists and barbers come out, but we want to make a big event of it this year. So the best way to do it is to fundraise, to find fundraisers that help us out, so we don't have to continuously ask our family friends, even though they are very supportive. And then with the Qdoba fundraiser, it'll be the same thing. We get a portion of the proceeds, and you'll be able to use that. What we do like about that is because you can use the QR code and purchase online, so you don't have to just physically come into the location. So we garnish these funds and we make it work. We do get a lot of funds from our family and friends. We get a lot of items from our family and friends, but this continues the process and allow us to reach more and more families. Like we started in October, we have already been able to reach 500 families. So our goal for this year is to reach over 2,000 families.
And just a little bit under 6 months, and they've already reached, as you said, over 500 families in our local area, and that's just and that's under half a year that they've done that. Imagine what can happen if the community is able to galvanize behind an organization like this and really make a big impact on our local communities. Joining us today on the program are Ashley Mattison, otherwise known as Auntie, and Neferkare Walker, known as Nef, from the Auntie and Nef Foundation, one of over 300 charities and nonprofits supported on the Share Detroit platform. Again, sharedetroit.org. You go there, you click on the Find a Nonprofit section. If you search for Auntie and Nef Foundation, you'll find more information on their organization, ways you can participate, some of their resources, volunteer opportunities, other ways that you can support their organization. You can also do the same by going to their website at auntie-and-nef-foundation.com for more information. On top of these events and specific fundraisers, people can help you all throughout the year as well. You have a shop on your website with some products too. Tell us about that, and what are some of the items people can pick up right at your website and support a good cause.
So on our website, we currently have T-shirts, we have tote bags, or soon we'll be adding the tumblers. We have tank tops and even hats, all for sale on our website. So you guys are more than welcome to go to the website and view all the merchandise that we do currently have at this time.
And another thing we do to keep the cost down, so all of the funding can go to our efforts and our initiatives, is that we do everything in-house. So we actually print and press the items ourselves. So it's amazing.
More information can be found, again, including their shop, including ways you can get involved, by visiting auntie-and-nef-foundation.com. auntie-and-nef-foundation.com. That includes ways that you can donate online and by mail as well. You can also send them an email through their contact page, again, at auntie-and-nef-foundation.com. But between the two of you, so much of this work being done in just a little bit under 6 months of operation as a 501c3 nonprofit. What are some ways that other people can get involved? They want to help you out. They want to help this cause and help support those in underprivileged and homeless life situations in their community and in the surrounding area.
Well, you could first go by our website at AuntieNefFoundation.com. We have all types of volunteer opportunities on there. You can also feel free to donate on there. There's a donate button. And when we host our drives, feel free to, you know, give up any of those supplies that we may need for those certain drives that we'll be hosting.
You can, and all that can be found again on their website, AuntieNefFoundation.com. At the top of the page, click on donations/volunteer for more information on ways that you can get involved. You can click through and submit a form for volunteering. You'll also find a link to their Cash App, as well as other ways to contact them to get more involved, or at least to support the organization and all the great stuff that they're doing in our local area at this time. We're joined on the program today by Mattison and Neferkare Walker, who are those behind the Auntie Nef Foundation, a 501c3 nonprofit that's one of over 340 charities and nonprofits supported on the Share Detroit platform. Just a few more minutes with the both of you before we'll need to wrap things up for the day. So anything else that we haven't discussed yet about the Auntie and Nef Foundation that would be important for our audience to know or to keep in their mind in the near future?
Yes, we first just want to thank Share Detroit for allowing us this opportunity, and thank you for having us on your amazing show on this platform. We'd also like to say that her and I share a vision that is bigger than us and that we are extremely passionate about. Being underprivileged or homeless brings a lot of despair to our youth in the form of mental health issues, substance abuse, victimization, crime, and huge barriers in education and unemployment. This is why we are raising funds to open our Open Arms Center, where we will provide access to funding, workshops, a clothing bank, food pantries, therapy, and transportation for health and wellness purposes. Please support our efforts by visiting our site and making a difference today.
You can do that at AuntieandNefFoundation.com. Every step forward is a huge step forward for those that are in these life situations, and it can truly be life-changing in just one moment and one bit of support from you every single day. Thank you both so much for being with us today.
Thank you
so
for
much.
having us. We greatly appreciate it.